we know who's doing this. These are revenues. This is a new revenue stream for gangs, right? This is organized retail theft from gangs. In my neighborhood, I'll be conservative and say there were 20 large-scale smash and grabs in my neighborhood. There's probably more.
And where did Gutfeld get his info that there were conservatively 20 large-scale smash and grabs in his neighborhoods? In his? Was it the company he works for? I don't want to say that he's lying, but also, yeah, he is.
They were all black and brown gangs. And I'm wondering, and I think to myself, in this era where we have been poisoned by the narrative of social justice and redistribution, that stealing is now just a necessary way to spread the wealth. And we've lost our authority to fight crime. So I'm trying to answer, like, why aren't we doing, we have all the answers. And we've been doing this segment for a long time. Yeah. And yet we can't seem to fight these progressive policies that make us feel guilty when we say, these gangs, these are young kids. They are and they are organized and they know what they're doing, but you can't talk about it. You can't talk about it. It's like, who do you think is doing it? It's the same gangs that are shooting people.
That was Greg Gutfeld making stuff up during a panel on Fox News discussing Walmart CEO saying that shoplifting could lead to closures and higher prices, as you can see in this lower third graphic. Recently, Walmart CEO Doug McMillon said, "Theft is an issue. It's higher than what it has historically been," he told CNBC's Squawk Box. And this article states that Walmart isn't the only big box retailer dealing with an uptick in theft. Last month, Target Chief Financial Officer Michael Fidelki said shoplifting had jumped about 50% year over year and leading to more than $400 million in losses in this fiscal year alone. But how much has this impacted their bottom line? What's their net positive in spite of these thefts? I mean, people shouldn't steal, of course, but I'm going to need to see more numbers. I'll get back to this in a second. Not that I expect the CEOs of these two major retailers to admit that maybe people are struggling to afford what's being sold in their stores due to their price gouging, but just like how Fox won't admit that their coverage of crime, which has dropped since the end of midterms, wonder what that's about, contributes to the general public's perception of crime, which is usually higher than the actual crime rate. You know, since we're talking about stuff we're not supposed to say. Anyway, according to NYPD data, overall index crime in New York City, which is where Gutfeld and Fox News is located, decreased in November of 2022 by 1.2% compared with November 2021. They said 3 of the 7 major index crime categories saw decreases, including a 6% decrease in burglary and a 5.5% decrease in grand larceny. Gutfeld's hood could be different, sure. Seeing how I read a little too much about crime in this country, TYC publisher Tyler the Producer knows this. This whole thing reminds me of Walgreens in San Francisco saying something similar as to why they were going to close stores. Walgreens made national headlines last year when it announced that they were planning to close 5 stores in San Francisco, allegedly due to a surge in organized retail theft. And even as this article from the San Francisco Examiner points out, without a doubt, crime can make life harder for businesses in San Francisco, let alone anywhere else. But Walgreens had been less than transparent about the data it claims is driving its decision to close stores. See, the company's claims about a major increase in theft at its stores did not match publicly available information. Quote, "Data released by the San Francisco PD does not support the explanation announced by Walgreens that it was going to close 5 stores because of organized, rampant retail theft." One of the notable stores set to close only had 7 reported shoplifting incidents at that time last year and a total of 23 since 2018. While not all shoplifting incidents are reported to police, the 5 stores slated to close had fewer than 2 recorded shoplifting incidents a month on average since 2018. So is Walgreens closing stores because of theft or because of a pre-existing business plan to cut costs and increase profits by consolidating stores and shifting customers to online purchases? See, another problem was CVS was outselling Walgreens in the prescription game. Plus, Walgreens had 53 stores in San Francisco compared to only 22 for CVS. Maybe that's too many stores for them. Is that what Walmart is doing? I guess we'll find out. And are these black and brown gangs that Greg Gutfeld said can't be talked about while he's talking about them redistributing wealth? When the NYPD catches them and confiscates the merchandise, and I'm not just talking about civil asset forfeiture, which allows the police to legally steal stuff from you, is it the needs that they can't afford? Because Walmart, like the police, and entertainment organizations can fuel the idea of a crime wave just to make it seem like they're doing something about it or because of it. Higher prices, closed stores. Walmart's new slogan just dropped. For Rebel HQ, I'm Jeff Wiggins. My architect knows Japanese. For more from the Young Turks, stay right here. To see additional content from yours truly, click on the Jeff Wiggins hashtag. You can also find me on my YouTube channel, We Gonna Be Alright. Thanks for watching.